And good evening, football fans. We've got the end of the regular season here. Playoff implications very important in this matchup. This is the Southwestern Trojans taking on the merged Falconer-Cassadaga Golden Cougars. Both teams coming in with 4-3 records for Southwestern. If you win, you are in. You advance to the playoffs. But if you're the Golden Cougars, not the end of the world. They will need help, though, should they end up losing this game. But we haven't even begun this yet. Throughout the season, though, Norm Rodriguez along with tonight, Jeremy Becker. Jeremy, how you doing as we hit nightfall here at Charles A. Lawson Field?
I am very good, Norm. And really, it's cold, but yeah, like you said, tonight's a big night. It is the final week of the regular season here in Section 6 football. Last night, we had a great broadcast up in Amherst. Well, not us. Western New York Athletics did. Jamestown defeating Amherst handily 50-6.
And they finished the regular season with defensive back for the Golden Cougars. He leads the team in rushing. He's rushed for more than 350 yards and also sees time on the defensive end as well.
Yeah, I mean, so far he's had a very strong season. I had the privilege of watching him play in person when I went down to the Falconer-Cassadaga Maple Grove versus Gowanda Pine Valley game, and he was really dominant in that game, Norm.
And before we go any further, we've got the officials for tonight's game. The referee is Ray Spat, the umpire Scott Van Stee, the line judge Carl Germain, and the back judge Zach Nicola. And before the anthem, Jeremy, how about some of our sponsors that we always appreciate?
Well, we got Chief's Barbershop, Ad Pro. We're wearing our Ad Pro jackets. Logistics Plus celebrating 25 years. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. G&G Fitness. Cairo Fresh Wellness Center. Paul Wolf Agency and Trench Trophy will be our sponsors for tonight's broadcast.
And it looks like we're about to, sorry to cut you off, Jeremy, it looks like they're about to do the, well, get the national anthem going, and viewers, we will see you on the other side.
All right, the Southwestern Pep Band.
Yes, that was the national anthem, and it's kind of solar opposites here for both these teams. Like we mentioned before the start of the broadcast, Southwestern, you win, you're in the playoffs. But if the Golden Cougars do end up not winning this game, like we mentioned, the Wilson-Lakeman game tonight, pending the point differential and the outcome, should it go in the favor of the Golden Cougars, they can still get in the playoffs.
So that is correct. So if Lackawanna beats Wilson by a heavy margin, then the point differential would act as a tiebreaker because they did not face each other, Norm. So a loss doesn't, like you said, doesn't necessarily kill the chances for the Golden Cougars, but
it makes it harder.
It makes it harder, and you're going to need help. It's better to get the win tonight. And, I mean, their quarterback, Gilson, we're going. He's really good, really strong this season.
Yeah, and speaking of that, though, the defense for the Golden Cougars, they need to rush Aiden Kennedy. We called Southwestern's game here last week against the Allegheny Limestone Gators, a 36-12 victory. And in spite of getting rushed quite a bit by the Gator defense, Kennedy just running them ragged all over the field, escaping from sack possibilities. We even saw a two-point conversion where he ran from the 20 all the way back to midfield, shot it for the end zone, but deflected off the hands of his intended receiver, and it fell incomplete. And we got the coin toss going on. Let's see how this is going to go. And it looks like Southwestern's won the toss, and they want the ball. So Trojans wanting that bold statement. They want to start right away. They've got that offense. They love to run spread formations. They also throw in a little bit of wildcat with Jamison Walsh. He saw quite a bit of action in it last week, and he's one of the top leading rushers on the team. He's got more than 400 rush yards along with Kennedy. Walsh has 5 rush touchdowns in the year, but Kennedy's got 9.
Right. So, you got, again, Southwestern has so many choices. You got the strong arm in Aiden Kennedy, and his field vision, too, for the deep passes, Norm, has been really encouraging this year. And then you have Walsh, who's also the backup quarterback, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he is.
So Southwestern, again, always has that plethora of options.
And Southwestern, even though they're 4-3, that record is deceiving. Their 3 losses were by a combined total of 4 points. And it all came down to 2-point conversions. And we're about to start the action here. Both teams with identical 4-3 records. Playoff hopes at stake here for both teams. And speaking of Falconer Casadega, they're on a 2-game losing streak. They lost their last game 39-14 over Fredonia, so they got off to a hot start, but they've slumped a little bit. But they can, like we mentioned, they can still save their season and extend it. But it's all going to depend on this ball game right here, right now. And the deep man for the Trojans, it's going to be Matt Panis, who had a big game last week, caught 2 of Kennedy's 4 touchdown passes. And the kickoff is going to be by Cam Bauer. And here comes the boot, and away we go. Down the center of the field, and he'll bounce at the 20, and Panis will pick it up at around the 12-yard line. Goes left side of the side, 25 to the 30. Stiff arms a man, gets tackled down around the 34, so a 22-yard return. Great start for Southwestern. It'll be first down and 10, and once again, the guy you've got to look out for, Aiden Kennedy. And you've already mentioned it, Jeremy. He's got a plethora of options that he can throw the ball to, or there's nobody open, he'll take off no problem.
Oh, yeah, no problem. But he always likes to resort to the pass first.
He threw for 269 yards last week, accounted for 5 touchdowns, threw for 4, ran for another. He went 17 of 31 passing. And they're going to start with 4 wides, 2 on each side, and Walsh the single back. And Southwestern in the shotgun formation. Kennedy takes a snap, and he'll hand it off to Walsh. Walsh jumps over defender, but he gets stopped right away. And he gets met there by number 12, Carson DePascal. So about 2-3 yard gain. So it's been called a 2-yard gain, second down and 8. Walsh jumped over the defensive lineman, but second effort, pursuit. Got the tackle, held it to a minimal gain. And here come the Trojans breaking the huddle. And this time they're going to go 2 backs. They do use Panis in a variety of different options. They'll sometimes use him as a second back or send him out in motion in the slot. And they're going to use him here as an extra blocker from the eye. And here we go, play action fake. Kennedy looking, but here comes the rush. Gets away, we got a flag on the play. That's in the vicinity of holding. Kennedy throws it downfield. Incomplete, intended for Jamison Walsh. But where the flag's thrown, I believe that's going to be holding on the Trojans, and that's what it's going to be. The rush came coming for the Golden Cougars, and one of the linemen just held on a little too long.
Yeah, you got to let go. As soon as the defender gets right past you, you got to let go, or you got to make sure you don't tug the jersey. As soon as the ref sees the jersey tug, he's going to throw the flag. That's automatic.
And you always have to block inside the jersey, not outside it.
Right.
That's one of the drills that's always done in football practices, as we've just got a smidge under a minute played already in the first quarter. 11:01 for people that would like to be technical. So with that penalty, we'll see the yardage. It's going to be a 16-yard penalty, so from the spot, plus 10 yards. That'll be second down and 24 for the Trojans. And if you're the Golden Cougars, you're in a good spot right now, but you also got to play smart defensively because Kennedy can easily get at least half the yardage back. He's got a trips right, 2 receivers to the left, empty backfield, and he'll take the shotgun snap. Kennedy looking. Here comes the rush again. Gets away. Goes back center of the field. Almost falls down, but he stays on his feet, crosses the 20, gets to the 25, and he gets brought down to around the 32-yard line. And that's what you call offensive patience in the pocket.
Yeah, it's going to be about a gain of, I want to say 16? Not 16. So you gain 12. I'm going to say gain.
Looks like it'll be a gain of 10 on the play.
Okay. Just from our angle, it's a little difficult.
This will make it a third down and 14.
But, I mean, Aiden already took down 10 of those yards just by escaping the pocket when it was collapsing in on him.
Yeah, and that rush was by Devin Morrison, number 48 on the defensive line. Nearly got to him, but couldn't quite get there. The Golden Cougars will have a 4 lineman down defensive alignment, and here comes a spread offense again. Empty backfield, Kennedy looking. He's looking to throw, shoots it down near midfield, incomplete. That was intended for Cameron Lemke, who had the other 2 touchdown catches last week, but it got broken up by Carson DePascal. And so 3 and out, and if you're on the Golden Cougars defense, that is a strong start defensively. Southwestern, their offense is known to score like a cash register. And the deep man, sorry to cut you off, Jeremy, the deep man's going to be the quarterback for the Golden Cougars. It's going to be a Jackson Gowan. And Kennedy, he's got the lead foot. He can boot the ball deep. It looks like it's going to be a rush coming by the Golden Cougars. See if he gets it off in time. Here comes a snap, kick. And that one is a knuckler, bounces to the 35, rolls to the 30, and it takes a Trojan bounce. Cue the theme to Rawhide. The ball's still rolling, and it'll be stopped at the 21-yard line. So a very good punt there by Aiden Kennedy, and the Golden Cougars of Faulkner-Cassadaga pinned deep, and they're a team that loves to run the ball. They only throw it about 7 times a game, but their starting quarterback, Jackson Guani, has completed 70% of those passes. He's 35 of 50 on the season throwing the ball when he's had the opportunity to. But he's also got more than 200 rush yards as well, so he is another one of those dual-threat quarterbacks that Southwestern does need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't take this team lightly. Faulkner, Cassadaga, Maple Grove, you can't take this team lightly.
And from what we've heard, this is the best season they've had in quite a while, as they'll line up in the wishbone offense, another popular formation in high school football, and it's a handoff right here. And crossing the 20, gets about the 22-23, and that give was to number 22, Noah Abram. So 2-yard gain on the play.
Makes the second down and 8. Again, we've seen a lot when we've covered Jamestown and Southwestern. A lot nice start out, just a nice simple draw right up the middle, you know. And so far the trenches have really stood up. As Tom Prince would like to say, whoever wins the battle of the trenches is going to win the football game.
And so far it's been a 3 and out for Southwestern, and the Golden Cougars with their first possession of the game. Again in the wishbone offense, second down and 8, and it's another handoff. No, it's going to be an option keeper, and it'll be a pitch, and that's to number 28, Caldwell, and Caldwell gets past the 40-yard line. Move the chains. That's more than enough for a first down for the Golden Cougars. So Caldwell, the one of the star athletes we've talked about prior to the start of the game, makes the most of his first carry right there, 17 yards and first down for the Golden Cougars. The way they're running this offense, it's kind of similar to the Navy midshipmen, the Army Black Knights, a lot of that wishbone, triple option.
Yeah, a lot of behind the line of scrimmage option picks.
Again in the wishbone, and here comes the give, and this one is a dive play, and it's a handoff once again, and this time, again, is to Noah Abram. A gain of 4 yards on the play, second down 6, and there is a double-edged sword to this wishbone triple option formation. When you do that, and if you have a lead, you can milk a lot of clock with it, but if you're behind by more than one score, you need to abandon the run, start throwing the ball. So that's the pro and con of triple option, wishbone, flexbone, all of that. And here comes another dive play and crossing the 45 to around the 47-yard line. So that'll make it a third and short. Third down and 4, maybe 3. Looked like the give was to Garrett Williams, number 32. And they're at the 46-yard line, and they're nearing Southwestern territory, and they're already milking some serious clock here.
Which is good because it keeps that high dynamic Southwestern offense off the field.
And the quarterback, Aiden Kennedy, he's also a starting safety. But here come the Golden Cougars again in that wishbone offense. And it's going to be a keeper here. Quarterback sweep. He'll cross midfield, gets the first down, and more. Gets tackled at around the 42-yard line. Once again, move those chains, first down for the Golden Cougars. They're playing like, so far, they really want to get into the playoffs.
Exactly, and that's exactly how you have to play.
Got to play each game like it's your last, and for regular season, this is the last game for it, respectively.
Exactly. That was about a gain of 15.
With that run, they are in Southwestern territory, and they're again going to stick to this wishbone offense. And here's the give on the dive again, and once again, that is to Garrett Williams, and a good chunk of yards on that. Got about 5 yards from the point of view. And there's going to be a holding penalty, so this is going to come back. With that penalty, though, could we see the first pass play of the game for the Golden Cougars? This is going to be a first and long because it'll be on the spot plus 10 yards. It will remain first down for the Golden Cougars, but we got to see where this ball's going. And this will be back at their Southwestern 49-yard line, so it's not a super big penalty, but a 5-yard penalty. Once again, in high school football with holding penalties at the spot, plus 10. So it'll be a first down and 15. It'll just be like if they committed a false start. And again, they're going to stick to this wishbone formation. And here comes the give on the dive. Big gap. Gets it to around the 36-yard line. And that run looked like that was by Noah Abram. Or no, I beg your pardon. That was number 32, Garrett Williams. So a gain of 12 yards on the run, making that second down short. And they've already burnt more than 3 minutes of clock. And if you can get a lead with that and keep on doing well defensively, you can add that score up real quick as there is another dive play and stopped right away.
But from my vantage point, he's got the first down.
They're saying yes, first down. So a 4-yard run on the play, first down and 10, and clock will stop momentarily for the spot, and now the ref's saying let the clock roll. We got about 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Score still scoreless as Faulkner-Casadega, they're looking to draw first blood here. They are at the 31, 32-yard line of Southwestern and sticking with the wishbone. If it doesn't work or if it doesn't break, don't fix it. And here's a keeper here. He'll cross the 30 to about the 29. That'll be about a 3-yard gain. They're inside the 30-yard line on the run.
Already 70 yards of rushing on 8 attempts.
That's nearly 9 yards of carry.
8.75 if we're being technical to our viewers.
It'll be a second down 6 as we're already halfway through quarter number 1.
Time flies.
And Gawan gets the play call, and they break the huddle. And again, they're going to stick with the wishbone here. And it's going to be a give on the dive. And crossing the 25 into the red zone. And once again, that was a carry by Garrett Williams. And it looks like it's going to be an official timeout.
Maybe a measurement?
It could be a measurement. 5:37 left in quarter number 1. And the Golden Cougars threatening to score here.
Well, they're going over to the Faulkner sideline.
I thought maybe Southwestern was going to call a timeout because right now with the running game, they're getting carved like a turkey.
Yeah. I mean, that's why Faulkner's staying in the wishbone. Yep, it's going to be about a 7-yard.
Oh, they're marking the first down.
Yep. So, they're staying, Faulkner-Casadega Valley, Maple Grove is staying with the wishbone because it's working. If it's not broke, do not fix it.
One popular team that used to run this back in the day in college ball was Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, back in the early 1980s, days of Turner Gill, Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, Irving Fryer. But here comes the Golden Cougars in this formation, and once again, that's a give to Garrett Williams across the 15.
It looks like a gain of 5 yards from this vantage point.
More than 4 minutes burnt already, a 5-yard run there by Garrett Williams. 5 minutes left already in the first quarter. Second down and 5 inside the 15-yard line of Southwestern. Again, both teams with identical 4-3 records. And they are going to stick with this wishbone here once again. And Matt Welsh is the only receiver. He has been this whole drive. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper here. Crosses the 10, gets to the 5, and he gets dragged down there. That should be enough for the first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Golden Cougars. And if you can draw first blood as a road team in a place like Charles A. Lawson Field, you're off to a great start.
Exactly. Stun the home crowd. Bring the energy on your side. Momentum is a funny thing.
Speaking of that, look at the fans for the Golden Cougars. It's almost just as much as where we're at right now. But all I know is we're at the best spot in the house.
Press box has always been the best spot in the house, Norm. But, however, Faulkner's not too far from here.
Oh, no, it's not. First and goal at the 6-yard line, and it's going to be an option pitch. And going into the end zone for the touchdown, that's Dalton Caldwell. He walked in untouched. He could have done a little mambo and merengue. That's how much time he had to get in there. Untouched, no defense in that vicinity. And the Falconer-Cassadaga Golden Cougars off to a strong start here, 6-0. They are ahead.
Yeah, that wishbone offense was just effective. And, I mean, give credit to the offensive line for opening the gaps for the wishbones to happen.
And all of that was rushing. There was not one pass attempt in that drive. And it's going to be Palladino with the extra point, snap, put down, kick, and that squeezes through. So 4:08 left in quarter number 1, 7-0 in favor of the Golden Cougars. Both teams preparing to get back onto the field. But if you're Southwestern, it's only a 7-0 deficit, still the first quarter, and you've got one of the strongest quarterbacks in the conference in Aiden Kennedy. You got to believe in your offense, you got to believe in your defense, believe in yourself, and just keep on playing.
Exactly. It is way, way, way too early for Southwestern to even consider to panic. So, but I mean, that was a good starting drive by Falconer, Maple Grove, and Cassadaga Valley.
And they're going to kick it off here as the kick return team for Southwestern comes out. Again, Panis will be the deep man.
Now, Aiden Kennedy has Panis. I mean, and he's a threat downfield, too.
He's also got Lemk, who had 2 touchdown catches last week. Ashton Matthews had a strong performance. Even though he was dinged up a little bit, he is active today. He was out there on defense for that whole drive. And again, it's going to be Cam Bauer putting toe to leather for the Golden Cougars. 4:08 left in the first quarter. More than 6 minutes burnt by the Golden Cougars on that drive. Here comes the boot, and this one a shallow kick, and that gets fielded there inside the 25. And here comes a swing of the field to the 40 and tackled down at around the 42-yard line on the play. And that return was by number 35, Matt Butterfield. Short kick, catches it out of the air, gets a decent return out of it. And we have exactly 4 minutes left in the first. Southwestern, they had a 3-and-out on their first series, but they get another chance here to at least make this a 7-6 game, though it could also be 7-7 because Neves who's the place kicker for Southwestern. He can boot the ball through the uprights easily.
We watched him in warm-ups hitting field goals from 30 yards out, which, I mean, in high school is really good.
They're going to run a trip stack, one receiver to the right, and this will be a give on the dive to Walsh. Oh, looked like he got grabbed by the face mask, and there goes the flag. He was clearly grabbed by the face mask by one of the front 4 for the Golden Cougars, and a break like that is what Southwestern needs. They gave up more than 80 rush yards on the Golden Cougars' opening drive, and they're down 7-0. You need a bit of momentum, something like that.
Exactly, and anything helps. And we're pretty deep into Cassadaga, Maple Grove, Falconer territory already.
And this will be their first play in Golden Cougar territory. Not just that, that's the first down of the game for Southwestern. And they're going to run a pistol formation now. Here's the snap, and it'll be a give to Walsh. Walsh finds a gap, gets to the 40 to 35, gets stopped at the 34. So about a 6-yard gain, makes it a 2nd and 4. And that was the Pascal on the tackle. So it's a 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 3.5 left in the first quarter. And again, solar opposite. Southwestern driving quickly, and he wants to throw. Kennedy throws it in the flats. That's caught by Lemka. Gets met right away. And the tackle, that was by...
They're going to say incomplete pass.
That was Tyler Christ on the tackle, and that's one of those ones that was executed perfectly. Fully clean hit, shoulder pad to the chest, ball pops out.
Yeah, ball pops out, but I mean, fortunately for Southwestern, because if he would have started running and the ball popped out,
that'd be a turnover.
That's a fumble.
Because the Golden Cougars, and this is a rule you learn when you play football. If the whistle doesn't blow and the ball's loose, pick it up and go the other way if you're defensive. And they're going to run a shotgun formation here, 3 wides, and a fake handoff to Walsh. Here comes a throw that's caught by Panis, but again he gets met right away by a trio of tacklers. One of the guys there was Matt Welsh. It also looked like Carson DePascal was in there as well, and it's going to be a third. Oh, no, it's going to be enough for a first down. I beg your pardon. That was a 3rd and 3 on that completion.
Yeah, that was about a 5-yard pass, Norm.
You don't need a lot. You just need enough. So they do keep the drive alive as Burlingame will come into the game. And again, they're going to go 3 wides and a single back, and it's going to be a give to Panis. Panis trying to find a hole, but he gets met right away by the linebackers, and so far their pursuit to the running game has been strong.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest gain has been 5 yards. And I believe this is going to be about a 4-yard gain.
And Panis a little bit dinged up in the foot, but he's a little having some trouble walking, but it looks like he'll be all right. He's going to stick around for the next play. Maybe to test out the ankle or the foot. That's what it looks like. We got triple deuce and counting, 2:22 left in quarter number 1. 7-0 in favor of Falconer Cassadaga. They're going to go 2-back set. It's Panis and Burlingame. Kennedy in the pistol formation, calling the signals. Here's a snap, and he wants a throw. Throws a screen. That's caught by Jason Nee. And he'll cross the red zone. He'll get tackled down around the 18-yard line. That will be enough for a first down for the Trojans, as we got under 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
All right, so far, Amy Kennedy's 2 for 5 for 13 yards. Olean leads Pioneer 7-0. North Tonawanda is battling Tonawanda. Tonawanda battle. North Tonawanda up 6-0. And Albion's beating Medina 6-0.
And here come the Trojans with a $141 left and counting in the first. And they're going to go trips right, 1 receiver to the left, and the only receiver in the left is Walsh. Burlingame, the single back. Kennedy in the shotgun, takes the snap. He wants to throw it again. Here comes the rush. Stays in the pocket. Throws for the end zone. Broken up. That pass was intended for Ashton Matthews, but right there in the nick of time, that was Austin Chase. He doesn't dive and deflect that ball. That's an easy touchdown for Matthews.
Yeah. That was a good read.
So it'll be a 2nd down 10 for the Trojans. Less than 90 seconds left in the first quarter. They're threatening to score to at least make this a 7-6 game. And they're going to go, looks like they were going to go a 2-back set. Yes, they will. So it was a alignment issue, but it's been resolved. And they're going to go with Walsh and Burlingame as the backs. They're going to go 2 wides on the right side, 1 slot, which is Panis, and fake handoff to Walsh. Kennedy looking, still in the pocket. Here comes the rush, and he's running backwards, still looking, throws, and incomplete. And he got met up right away as he let go of the ball, and the guy in the hit was Kynan Egan. And this is going to be 3rd down here for the Trojans, and should this be 4th down, you know the Trojans are going to go for it.
Oh, you're definitely in 4th down territory, Norm. Why wouldn't you go for it?
1:18 left in quarter number 1, 7-0 in favor of the Golden Cougars, but the Trojans are threatening. Once again, we're live here at Charles A. Lawson Field, Southwestern High School in Jamestown, New York, as Kennedy and the offense for the Trojans break the huddle. And the Golden Cougars are going to go with 4 down linemen and an edge rusher. 4-3 defensive alignment for Falconer Cassadaga, and here comes a 2-back, 2-wide set, and a fake handoff again. Kennedy looking, but here comes the rush again, still looking again, and he's going to get brought down this time. And a big sack there, and that was the Pascal once again on the stop. He's already had a busy first quarter. It's going to be 4th down 10, and they're deciding to go for 3.
Norm, that's going to be less. That's going to be 4th down about 4.
So a 4-yard sack. And it looks like they're going to kick the field goal here. They are at roughly the 21-22-yard line. This will be about a 40-yarder for Neves Hughes. And again, he is also a soccer player on the Southwestern Trojans team. We've seen him play, and he's done very well with his kicks. Again, this will be a 40-yard attempt, but I wouldn't be shocked if they try a fake here.
The center came in pretty late right there.
So this will be a 38-yard attempt. Snap, put down. Kick on the way. It's long enough, and it is good. Neves Hughes puts 3 points on the board for the Trojans. 7-3 to score. 21 seconds left in the first quarter, and that kick was just beautiful.
Absolute perfection. Justin Tucker would have been proud.
Well, it didn't hit the bottom upright and go in from 66.
Also, that was an indoor stadium.
Very true.
Anyway.
But, you know, if I'm the Golden Cougars, though, I'm sure if they paid attention to the Trojan film, when it comes after when they score, they love to try the onside kick. So it doesn't hurt for the Golden Cougars to put their hands team on maybe 10 yards from the spot of the kick. Because the Gators got torched with it pretty bad last week. 4 attempts,
Ooh.
2-3 got recovered.
We got some scores. West Seneca West 14, West Seneca East 0.
Wow.
Orchard Park up over Williamsville North 7-0. Olean Pioneer Arts tied like a knot at 7, Norm.
7-3 here, 21 seconds left in the first quarter. What's been a very fast one. The Golden Cougars have been in control of the clock with that one drive that they had. 81 rush yards running the wishbone offense. And it looks like they're going to have a hands team pretty tight on the ball.
Ooh, Dunkirk up 7-0 over Fredonia.
Again, Hoos will do toe to leather. I'm going to Tony Romo here. I'm thinking it's going to be another onside.
It could be. Pat McAfee.
Down 7-3. Wouldn't hurt.
True.
Here comes the kick. Oh, and he's going to pop this one deep. And this is going to roll out of the end zone for a touchback. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Golden Cougars. And we saw this last time. They were pinned inside their own 20, but they were able to get it into the end zone using that wishbone offense. If you're the Southwestern defensive coach, you got to come up with a scheme or some schematics to try and neutralize the wishbone, make them uncomfortable, and have them start probably passing the ball
Exactly, Norm. 11 rush attempts from the wishbone last drive for Falconer Casadega Valley resulted in 89 yards and a touchdown.
Just a tad over 8 yards a carry, a tad.
A tad. I mean, we're talking less than a tenth.
So the ball will be at the 20-yard line, first down and 10, 21 seconds left in the first. And the only receiver that's been out there for the Golden Cougars has been Welsh, and they're going to stick with this here. This is, again, the wishbone formation to the viewers and listeners that don't know what this is. And here comes a give on a dive, and what a block there, as that give was to Caldwell, who scored a touchdown on the last drive. And I believe they may just let this first quarter run. They are ahead 7-3. They do have the ball, and with that wishbone offense, you can milk a lot of clock with it and possibly build a decent lead out of it. But this matchup between the Southwestern Trojans and Falconer Casadega Golden Cougars is a quarter old. Once again, Falconer Casadega up by 4, 7-3. We're going to take a quick break, but stick around for this matchup between Falconer Casadega and Southwestern right here on WNY Athletics.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Oh, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
we're about to momentarily start the second quarter here. The Falconer Casadega Golden Cougars up 7-3 over the Southwestern Trojans. And while we're waiting there, the DJ again killing it, playing a little something by Naughty by Nature, the OPP. But here comes the Southwestern pep band playing Land of a Thousand Dances by Wilson Pickett as we start the second quarter. And so far, it's been, like I said, it's been like Thanksgiving for the Golden Cougars, carving the turkey with this wishbone offense.
I love that analogy, Norm. That is beautiful. 12 fresh minutes, 2nd and 5.
And this time they're going to be in a power I formation. First play where they're not running the wishbone, and it's going to be a give on the dive. And not quite sure who got the ball, but it was positive yardage. And it was Noah Abram with the carry. This will make it a third down and short for the Golden Cougars. Third down and a yard. This might be one of those plays where they go back to the wishbone, run the option, or have just go on, keep it, and try to get some yards himself.
I mean, yeah, it's only 3rd and 1. You're definitely not in 4th down territory.
Oh, no.
Definitely not. So,
But they're going to stick with this power I formation, or the triple I now. And here comes another give, and they've got it. That's enough for a first down. With 3rd and a yard, you don't need a lot. You just need enough, and they got enough. And a big third down conversion for Falconer Casadega. And not only do they move the chains, they start to milk a little bit more clock. Needed 1, got 2.
So a little bit over 6.15 yards per carry on average on 17 rushes, 105 yards However, and it's almost the exact opposite for Southwestern, Norm. The only big gain was a penalty. And that was a face mask.
Well, there was also that 10-yard run by Aiden Kennedy on the 2nd and 24. Here comes the option, and he got it away, and that's pitched off over to number 28, Dalton Caldwell. It looked like Gowan was a dead duck on the option. The defense was there, but he was able to get the pitch off to Caldwell just in the nick of time. That's one of the best things about wishbones, triple options. If you're in a rush, you got a back right behind you. You can just pitch it off and get them some yardage.
Yeah.
Got 6 yards.
111. Triple ones.
The triple sticks.
Yes.
And what's funny is they have not thrown the ball one time yet. Well, in my past, I've seen quite a few schools with the running game going so well. Why throw it?
Exactly. Sometimes, especially if you're winning in the trenches.
Schools I remember that are known like that were Chat Lake, Cleveland Hill. There are a couple good examples, but they're back in the option formation here, and looked like that give was to either Abram or Garrett Williams. And it was Garrett Williams, number 32. 6-yard gain, that's enough for a first down. If you can get a 13 or 14-3 lead on the road, you're off to a good start.
Especially here at Southwestern. Again, Falconer looks like they're playing with the intensity to get into the playoffs.
Now they got 2 wides out this time as they're still in the wishbone, and it's going to be an option keeper for Gowan. And Gowan got the gap, and he gets out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. Again, one of those dual threats for the Golden Cougars.
It looks like it's going to be about a gain of 9.
So a 9-yard run by Gowan, 2nd down and 1. So again, 7-3 in favor of the Golden Cougars with a little over 10 minutes left in the half. And Faulkner Casadega breaks the huddle. Once again in the wishbone, and 5 down linemen for Southwestern. And again, positive yardage. There will be forward progress on the carry, and that give was to Noah Abram. As we're about to hit 10 minutes left in the half. So that was enough for a first down on that run, and the clock keeps running, and now they're in Southwestern territory.
And they get the ball back in the second half.
Yes, they do, because Southwestern wanted the ball.
Orchard Park 7, Williamsville North 12.
And again in the wishbone offense, here's a snap, and this time it's going to be a give to Caldwell once again. He finds the gap to 40, breaks a tackle, gets to the 30, brought down inside the 30-yard line, and Aiden Kennedy there on the stop. But again, they are deep in Trojans territory, and they're playing what they want to go to the playoffs and also get their first winning season since 2006.
2007, Norm. I do believe it was 07.
It was around that time period.
Anyways, we got a timeout by Southwestern, which honestly is probably a good idea. 9:33 left in this first half.
Yeah, and we'll take a quick commercial break. You're watching this matchup between Southwestern and Faulkner Casadega right here on WNY Athletics. Stay tuned.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The Wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
And we're about to resume action here, and as we're about to start, Song 2 by Blur in 1997, and lead singer for them also created that animated group, the Gorillas, but here come the Golden Cougars back in the wishbone. It's going to be another handoff to Caldwell. Caldwell to the 20, 15, and he gets knocked out of bounds at around the 12-yard line. And again, they're nearing the end zone, and they are winning in the battle of the trenches. Tom Prince, registered trademark.
Yeah, that is definitely Tom's go-to call. That was about a 12-yard gain.
And enough for the first down.
Plenty. 156 rushing yards already for Casadega Valley, Faulkner, and Maple Grove.
So 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line. It's going to be marked out at the 17. And here's the snap, and it's going to be another give to Caldwell. Running up the gut, pounding the rock inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
I mean, we talked about him in the break. I mean, in the beginning when we shouted him out, Norm.
Yes, we did.
He's just a solid running back who could pound the rock into pretty much almost any gap that's available. We've seen a lot of high-end running backs here in Western New York this season.
We have. And it's going to be 2nd down 6, and it's going to be a give on the keep. And he'll get it to about the 10-yard line. That should be roughly a 2-yard gain. And Lemkin was in on the tackle.
Yeah, I'd say about gain of 1. Oh, gain 2.
3rd down and 4 at the Trojan 11. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Golden Cougars. You don't want to kick a field goal, make this a 1-touchdown lead. You want a 2-possession lead. You're on the road. You need to get every advantage that you can get. And they're going to stick with the wishbone offense. 3rd down and 4 at the 11. Here comes the option pitch, and that pitch is over to Williams. Williams breaks a couple tackles, but gets brought down at the 11-yard line. Or no, that pitch was to Abram, excuse me. It looked like he may have gotten back to the line.
Might be a loss to 1.
It's going to be 4th down and goal. Let's see what they do here. And it looks like they're going to bring the kicking unit out. So the ball is at the 12-yard line. This will be a 30-yard field goal for Braylon Palladino. If this goes through, it'll be a 7-point game once again, 10-3. And the holder is going to be Dalton Caldwell, who has the only touchdown in the game for either team. And the Southwestern fans are bringing the noise. 29-yard field goal try, kick on the way, and that's good, right down Broadway. 10-3 to score, 7:07 left in the half. So 2 drives, 2 scores for the Golden Cougars, touchdown by Caldwell and a field goal by Palladino as the Golden Cougars will kick it back off to the Trojans.
You got to give credit to the offensive line, though.
Yes.
I mean, really, there's no way Faulkner, the Golden Cougars, there's no way the Golden Cougars get down the field that easily normally against the Southwestern teams of the past, especially from last year. But this year, they've improved. We've seen the improvement each game. I have, certainly. One of my good friends has been giving me live updates from the Casadega games, and he's been very impressed.
I've been hearing about that, too. We do get updates when we're doing the Jamestown games as well during the season. But here comes the kickoff unit for both teams.
What a score.
This time we're going to have 3 deep men.
Sorry to cut you off, Norm. Albion 12, Medina 8.
Okay, it's going to be shifted back a little bit. It looked like there's going to be 3 returners. Almost looked like a 3-man wedge almost. But Panis is the deep man.
Hamburg is up 7-0 over Frontier.
Hamburg 5-2 on the season. They snapped their 2-game losing streak last week. But the kickoff's going to be by Cam Bauer for the Golden Cougars. And action will resume, and this is a kick. Field at the 18 by Panis. He'll cross the 30. 35 to the 40, and he gets brought down around the 44. And on the tackle, that was Kynan Egan. So decent field position here for Southwestern. You did get a stop, albeit you allowed 3 points. You didn't allow a touchdown, so you made it a 7-point game, 1-possession game, 7:01 left in the half. You have a shot to at least make this a 10-9 game, but what would be even sweeter would be to tie this game up.
Exactly, especially if you're giving the ball away on the other side of the halftime. We will be doing a halftime show, Norm.
Yes, we will.
That'll be coming about halfway through halftime.
And they're going to run the pistol formation here. And here's a snap, and it'll be a give on the counter to Walsh, and he'll get near midfield, gets tackled around the 48, 49. You know what I'm surprised about? Because we saw a lot of this last week with Walsh versus the Gators. We haven't seen one Wildcat snap with him in shotgun.
Really?
We haven't seen Walsh do it one time yet today.
Well, that's true, but again, I was not here Had other obligations from last week's game.
Well, it's going to be another pistol set here. Burlingame and Walsh at backs. Here's a snap, and he wants to throw. It's a sideline pass over to Panis, and gets to midfield. Only got about a yard on the play, and it was Gowan on the tackle. So it'll be 3rd down and short for the Trojans. 3rd down and a yard. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3 feet. And again, pistol formation. Panis and Matthews, the receivers. Under 6 minutes left in the half. And Kennedy wants to throw for it. Throws, and that's caught by Matthews. That will be enough for a 1st down. They are in Golden Cougar territory. They're at around the 46, 45-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down. Move the chains.
Yep, that's about exactly 5-yard pass.
Needed 1 yard, got 5, so that's enough for the 1st down.
Aiden Kennedy's a little under half, 4 for 9, 20 yards.
And he came into the game throwing for nearly 1,200 on the season. Again, he threw for 269 last week. And they're going to go in a 2-back set. Burlingame and Walsh once again. Matthews a slot, and it's going to be a give to Walsh. He'll cross the 45, gets down to around the 42-yard line. So we got about 5 minutes left in the half. 10-3 the score in favor of the Falconer-Cassadaga Golden Cougars. And that was a 3-yard gain on the run by Jamison Walsh. And they're going to go with a 3-wide set. 2 to the right, 1 to the, no, I beg your pardon. They are going to go 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. The lone one on the left is Panis, and Burlingame the only back. Here's a snap. Kennedy wants to throw. Stays in the pocket. Looking. He's going to take off and run. And he's going to be brought down by a trio of Golden Cougar defenders. And one of the guys to get there was Kyle Keefe, number 53, among other defenders as well. Another one being Egan. And there's a rule of thumb with quarterbacks running. If you do not slide, it's fair game.
Exactly. If you're not giving yourself up, they're allowed to tackle you.
And here comes Southwestern in the huddle. 4:12 left in the half. 3rd down and 6 for the Southwestern Trojans. They are at about the 40-yard line of the Golden Cougars. They're going to go 4 wides, 2 on each side, 2 slots. Lemkin, Walsh, the slot receivers. Here's the snap. Kennedy wants to throw. In the pocket. Shoots it downfield. That one's caught over there by Panis. And he'll get wrestled down inside the 25 by Gowan. More than enough for a 1st down. So 3:49 left in the half, and the Trojans threatening to score again. Score 10-3 in favor of the Falconer-Cassadaga Golden Cougars. And from a little inside information, it's for both these teams, actually, you win, you're in.
That's right.
Well, here comes an inside give to Walsh. Here comes a pursuit by a defenseman. He's able to get through it, and he could go all the way, and he's tackled inside the 5. More than enough for a Trojan 1st down. Goal-to-go situation here for the Trojans. But the question is, don't you want to burn a little more time with that wishbone offense that the Golden Cougars are doing? They're getting the yards really quickly in that offense.
Yeah, no, you don't want to give them time.
I'd say burn at least another minute. But it's going to be 1st and goal to go here for the Trojans. They're inside the 10-yard line. They're going to go in the pistol formation. Kennedy calling the signals, takes a snap. It's a fake handoff, wants to throw, looks, throws this one for the end for Panis, incomplete. And on the coverage was Matt Welsh, and coming in for a possible hit would have been Caldwell had Panis caught the ball. When you run into the center of the field trying to go for a pass reception, you're running into highway traffic.
Exactly, especially when the safety comes downhill to really lock in, trying to block you out of the end zone. I mean, the safety pinched down as the pass was coming in, and Panis just got beat clean in that route.
Well, and I beg your pardon on this. Turns out they're at the 11-yard line. Sometimes seeing the spot can be a tad tricky from the press box, but again, best spot in the house, 4 wides. Kennedy looking to throw. He'll throw it for the end zone. caught for a touchdown.
Wow.
And that looked like it was Ashton Matthews on the reception, and that's going to make it a 10-9 ball game, and we're on the Southwestern end here, and we are hearing the support for the Trojans.
Yeah, that was a heck of a pass.
And that, I said this last week, one of Kennedy's throws, that was just a straight dart.
Yeah, I mean, that was low, too. That was a low dart, but he put it where the defender couldn't intercept it. We'll look close from here, but
here comes the extra point by Who's. 3:20 left in the half and a 10-9 score now, and so far this has been a tight contest. Snap, put down, kick on the way, and it is good. So a 10-10 tie, 3:20 left in the half, and so far it's been a back-and-forth battle with that rope of tug-of-war.
exactly, and this is a really good game. We're in for a good one here on Western New York Athletics, Norm.
We've had quite a few good ones we've done throughout the season. Jamestown Orchard Park, a good example, 38-27 final score. Butera rushed for more than 300 yards. Randolph, Frankenville, Elkinville, 36-26. Xander Hine rushed for 337. And Bo Bilecki had a kickoff return touchdown in that game. Blake Frank had a great game himself, had a receiving touchdown. We also had the Frontier game against Jamestown. Frontier hung tough on them, but they just ran out of time. That was that situation. And we also did their game against South Park, which was a good one, in spite of a 35-12 score. Noah Willoughby did not look bad at quarterback for the Sparks.
And he's a sophomore, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And we also did the Jamestown Hamburg game, albeit that was not a close game, but Butera had another strong performance, and probably one of the plays of the year for the team, one of their favorite plays, the pick six a la Caleb Bain.
I thought you were going to go with 4th and 42 converted.
Well, they love the Caleb Bain pick the most. I actually got the opportunity to interact with some of the players earlier this week. They're good kids.
Oh, I was going to hope you were going to go for the.
But here comes who's going total leather. Let's see what kind of kickoff this is. And this will be an onside-er, and it's not going to go far enough. But it's going to get fallen on by Brody Little. And even if it would have stopped, that would not have gone the full 10 yards. And with that kick, you're giving the Golden Cougars really good field position.
Yeah, but, and I mean, if you could get a stop here, you could possibly get the ball back. There's still
True.
20 seconds left on the clock. There's still plenty of time, but
so far, they've had no answer for the wishbone.
That is very true.
They've also run into some triple eye and power eye in their last drive, too.
Right, so Faulkner is starting to incorporate some more different plays, some different formations in their offense. I mean, you got 2 timeouts if you're Southwestern, 3:20, but again, if you can't stop this wishbone or power eye formation, it looks like here it's a power eye.
This is the wishbone. It's a good job, though, by the offense to keep the defense guessing. But here comes the option. Oh, he got it away in time. And that's a decent gain on that play. And very luckily, Gawan was able to hand it off in time because he got tripped up and fell on his knees to the turf. And even if you're not touched, when your knee hits, you're down. Now we got exactly 3 minutes left in the half. 10-10 tie.
Gain of 9 on that draw. All right, back in the wishbone.
Yes, they are. And here comes a snap, and it's going to be an option pitch to Caldwell. Caldwell will swing it to the right side to the 30, and he will get knocked out of bounds at around the 25. More than enough for a first down for the Golden Cougars. And the tackle on the play was by Declan Kennedy.
But not until it was about a gain of 9-10 yards. I mean, Norm, they're almost the rushing game is almost quadrupling up Southwestern's rushing game, albeit there are more attempts. Anyways, back in the wishbone formation. Dolan gets it off.
It's good. Oh, more than enough for a first down. And that give was to Garrett Williams, and inside the red zone to the 5-yard line. Talk about offensive effort right there.
Exactly. Gain of 23 yards.
Wow. And they've done this in less than a minute. Sometimes the yardage is like that cash register. Get that money going. Let that puppy run.
So, I believe first and goal.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be first and goal here for the Golden Cougars.
Wishbone formation going under center.
It's always under center with that. And Gowan gives it off and gets a couple yards closer. A couple yards forward, beats a couple yards back.
gets it to around the 3. Will make it second down and 2. Second down and 3.
So a $1:46 left in the half, and if you're the Golden Cougars, yeah, all 3 timeouts. You shouldn't be in much of a rush, but it should be, I would call, a semi-rush.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to give Kennedy too much time, because we've seen Southwestern be aggressive when they have under 2 minutes left in the half. But they're going to stick with this wishbone. Gowan under center again. And here's a snap, and it's a give to Caldwell, and he'll walk into the end zone for a touchdown, his second one of the game, and 16-10 lead with the extra point coming. And if you're Southwestern, you got 2 timeouts, and you have plenty of time on the clock to at least counterattack before halftime, because if you don't try that, you wanted the ball first on the coin toss, so you're giving the ball to the Golden Cougars to start the second half.
Exactly, and if you don't get any points here and then the Golden Cougars score on the opening drive of the second half, now you're starting to almost panic, but, you know, early third quarter.
Didn't mean to cut you off, Jeremy, but the extra point on the way and good. A $1:18 left in the half, 17-10 in favor of Falconer Casadega, and again, I can't say it any other way. They're playing like they want to advance to the playoffs.
And that is the team that deserves to be in the playoffs, Norm. The team that plays with the playoff intensity in crucial games in any sport.
But they're going to prepare to kick it off here.
Minute 18, 2 timeouts right now.
And if you're on the defensive side, stick with what you're doing. They have gotten to Kennedy a few times. They were able to get a sack to stop a potential go-ahead touchdown drive.
Right, that was a 4-yard sack, which saved it.
Yeah, or that would have been a game-tying situation. My bad.
Right.
My apologies. But they're going to have Panis deep here on the kickoff. He'll be at around the 5-10 yard line. And again, that's going to be Bauer kicking it off.
I'm going to work on Iroquois. I'm not going to work on it. I was working on Kings Roads, but Iroquois 28, East Aurora, Holland 0.
Wow.
Lancaster 21, Depew 6, more later.
But here comes the kickoff, and they're just going to pooch it. And it gets fielded in past the 20 and roaming to the opposite end of the field, breaks a tackle, but he extends the play, swings the other way, he's loose. He's got a gap, 45 midfield. He's got one man to beat, and he can't quite get it. But what a great effort there on the return. If he would have kept the speed up and turned on the Jets, he could have gone to the house, but there is a late flag on the play. And on that return, again, that was by Matt Butterfield, his second one of the night, and call that one of the plays of the day, but this one might get slightly dissipated.
It might, because they're going over to the Falconer bench, or Falconer sideline, which I mean the coach.
This will be a spot penalty.
Which could bring him back even more. All right, it looks like we got
But here comes Southwestern getting ready to get something going on the offensive side. And I believe in spite of the penalty, this will be, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
On Falconer, Maple Grove,
That
Casadega
is
Valley.
big. And with the amount of time left and how aggressive the Trojans are, you just gave them terrific field position, and then with that penalty, you compounded it. Not smart. Especially when you're taking on a team like Southwestern.
The 35-yard line.
Wow. That's huge.
And that whoever player that's on, that's their first. One more, they're gone.
Yeah, and we have seen an ejection earlier this season from it, sadly.
Yeah, we've seen more than one ejection.
We've seen quite a few unsportsmanlike penalties. We've seen some, we've inadvertently saw a skirmish, but they're going to go empty backfield here. Trips left, one or two receivers to the right. Kennedy in that spread offense takes a snap, and he wants to throw. Throw center field. That's caught by Lemp, and he'll get tackled down inside the 20. Tackled down around the 16-yard line. That was by Jarrett Vincent. And they do got 2 timeouts left, but the clock stops when the chains are adjusted and move on to the next part of the field. And the clock keeps on running. Southwestern does have 2 timeouts left. I'm sure they'll save them, though, for if the situation starts to get a little bad.
Exactly.
Again, they're going to go in that spread offense. This is like the days of the Houston Cougars. as County will go in shotgun. Takes a snap, and he wants to throw it again. Looks. Lobs it for the end zone for Lab. Caught for a touchdown. And that's threading the needle. Put the mustard on the hot dog. That throw, that couldn't have gone anywhere else nor in anyone else's hands. And they're about ready to possibly tie this game with 31 seconds left in the half. And what was defensive affair slightly in the first quarter. Now both teams are starting to light up the scoreboard.
Exactly, and that drive was really set up by that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I wonder if he tackled him out of bounds or was taunting him top.
Or maybe it's taunt. Yeah, usually if it's a taunt, it's unsportsmanlike, not a late hit on the sideline. But here comes the Who's with the PAT. Panis will hold.
To tie it like a knot.
Here's a snap kick. Blocked! Extra point's blocked, and that's a big one right there. Not only was the extra point no good, that was blocked by Brody Little, who recovered the onside kick off of Who's. That maintains the lead for the Golden Cougars, and that is huge because Who's, he's one of the best kickers in the conference, and they're able to get to him, and Little gets his hands on the kick.
Yeah, I mean, he almost got looks like it hit off his
almost looked like he could have caught it and ran the other way.
Which would have been
2 points.
Exactly.
Seriously, though, there needs to be something where if a kicker kicks it through the goalpost in the kickoff, give him some points.
You know, that is not a bad idea.
That'd be cool.
That would be, I'm all for it.
Even if it's like Canadian football, the 1 point rouge. But let's see what Southwestern does here. They do got 2 timeouts left. Do you try another onside and risk good field position, or do you just pop it deep, let them knee it, go into halftime? The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I say pop it and let them knee it. However, the Golden Cougars do have 3 timeouts.
Yes, and they would need to throw the ball a little bit too because there's too tight of time to run that wishbone, and if you get stuffed, Southwestern will be able to shut down a couple of the run plays, albeit it has not been very much. But here comes the kick, and Who's is going to kick this one deep. And this will be fielded by Gowan at around the 15-yard line, cross the 20. He'll circle it to the center of the field, and he's looking for some blockers. Gets brought down at around the 30. But let's see what the Golden Cougars do here. They've got all 3 timeouts. What do you do? But I think they might need it going to halftime with the 1 point lead and sweetening the pot. You get the ball start half number 2.
That's what I'm thinking, too. I mean, you're not going to – so far, they've shown they're not going to throw. I mean, Gowan is 0 for 0. All 210 yards have come on the ground.
And Southwestern, they're a team that's known to stop the run fairly well.
Yeah, and 210 rushing yards in the first half is not a good start.
Yeah, and one of the best runners on the Allegheny Limestone Gators, Kevin Edwards-Hardy, besides giving up a touchdown run to him, they did a pretty good job neutralizing him last week when Southwestern played. But they're going to go into a victory formation here. Gowan will just put the knee to the ground, and they're going to go into halftime with a 1 point lead. Personally, this is a smart decision, even though not like cell phone minutes, the timeouts would roll over in the second half. But you've got the 1 point lead. You get the ball start second half, and with that wishbone offense working, you can burn clock and make it possibly an 8 point game. But what they also did with the I formation, the power I, triple I, keep Southwestern guessing. If they can do that, there's no reason why they can't win this game.
Exactly. There is no reason. I mean, this game is still close. It's fun to watch. We got a killer here at Charles A. Lawson Field.
Yes, we do, and we've hit halftime here, 17-16, Falconer Casadega over the Southwestern Trojans, but stick around, we will have a halftime show coming up momentarily. Jeremy and I will remain on the call for that, so please stick around.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And...
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Paul Wolf Agency, how can I help?
I got a problem. I got a big problem. The house flooded overnight, everything's destroyed, and I don't know what to do.
You can relax. The wolf is on his way.
What's the damage?
It's bad.
As opposed to good? It's 20 minutes away. I'll be there in 10.
You're Teddy?
Yes, sir.
I'm Paul Wolf. I solve problems.
Oh, good, because I got a big one in here.
May I come in?
Absolutely.
Mr. Wolf, can I get you a cup of coffee?
And we are live once again here. It is halftime between the Falconer-Cassadaga Golden Cougars and the Southwestern Trojans. 17-16 the score in favor of the Golden Cougars. And before the start of halftime, Southwestern was able to take advantage of a decent kickoff return and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty scored a touchdown with 2 plays, but the dissipation, the irony of it is Brody Little rushed through the line and blocked the extra point, so that's how they've got a 1-point lead right now. And all the Golden Cougars' yards of total offense have been by the ground and not the air. Not one pass attempt. And once again, Norm Rodriguez here with Jeremy Becker. And I've said this already prior to the start of halftime, the Golden Cougars need to keep the Trojans guessing.
Exactly. So the way they've been keeping the Trojans guessing is either going into that power I formation or using the wishbone formation. I mean, the good mix, but eventually Jones got to go to the air.
Yeah, he will have to at some point in time or another, but right now they're off to a great start with it within 24 minutes of action, and even Gowan's chipped in on the running himself with the quarterback keepers, but if he's got it back like he uses Caldwell with it a lot, pitch it off to him on the option. And speaking of Caldwell, he's got both of the Golden Cougars touchdowns here in the first half.
Exactly. So I don't want to take away from this game, but we got score updates.
Lay them on me.
In Orchard Park, or in Williamsville North, it is Orchard Park 15, Williamsville North 12. Over in Pioneer, it is Olean 14, Pioneer 17. North Tonawanda and Tonawanda battling. Battle of the Tonawandas, Norm.
Ooh.
It is North Tonawanda 28, Tonawanda 8. So a 20-point lead for North Tonawanda. Albion is facing Medina, losing 16-12. Fredonia is beating Dunkirk 21-13.
Oh, man, I remember a decade ago, Fredonia and Dunkirk, they were fierce rivals, but it would always be close, but Fredonia would win every year.
Exactly. It is tied like a 9-15 between Will South and Will East. Iroquois is up 28 over East Aurora Holland, or 28-0 over East Aurora Holland. Lancaster is up 21-0 over Depew, and Lancaster for the last 5 years have been a powerhouse in Class AA, rivaling Jamestown down to a T.
Yeah, and speaking of Lancaster, one of our colleagues known for the broadcast there, Mr. Mark Johnson.
What a guy. What a man. Great guy.
One of the men, myth, and legends of the WNY Athletics branch. But also, if you're Southwestern, though, you got to find some other schematics defensively to try and stop the running game of the Golden Cougars. Because so far they've been carved like a turkey. More than 200 rush yards in the first half alone for Falconer-Casadega.
210 to be technical, compared to Southwestern's 54.
And Kennedy hasn't run the ball a lot, though, himself. He's been mainly handing it off to Jamison Walsh. And Walsh has done fairly well, but the catch is Falconer-Casadega gets the ball start half number 2.
Exactly, and we'll be back with the second half here very shortly.
Yes, we will. Stick around.
.300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Are you in pain from a no-fault car accident? Don't wait. Call RES Physical Medicine and Rehab today and take advantage of our 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. One of our medical professionals will see you within 48 hours. RES offers DXD imaging for a more accurate diagnosis in less time. This allows our doctors to coordinate the most effective treatment plan to get you on your way to recovery faster. Feel better with RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. Click or call today to learn more.
There's nothing better than owning the perfect house to come home to. You've earned it, and we'll make it happen. Our local real estate experts and in-house team of financial professionals make buying or selling your home simple. Howard Hanna. Home happens here.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
At Cairo First Wellness, your health and well-being is our passion. Let us take care of you and your family like one of our own.
Cairo First Wellness Center is dedicated to providing patients long-term relief and teaching them how to continue taking care of themselves. With a blend of different techniques, services, and personalized treatment plans, we'll help you find wellness in a way that's right for you. Between chiropractic care, spinal decompression, nutritional counseling, massage therapy, custom orthotics, and more, your relief is in our hands. If twisting, popping, and cracking intimidate you, our Pro Adjuster restores the same range of motion as a physical adjustment would with gentle, repeated tapping.
Dr. Mo at Cairo First has been taking care of my back needs for the past 4 years. His staff treats you like family. I I've had the traction, I've had the massage done, and every time leave here feeling fresh and brand new.
Cairo First Wellness Center. Your health and well-being. Our passion.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you. G&G Fitness Equipment.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Charles A. Lawson Field for this contest in Week 8 between the Falconer, Cassadaga Valley, Maple Grove Golden Cougars, and the Southwestern Trojans. Jeremy Becker along with Norm Rodriguez. And Norm, we're about ready for kickoff with Cassadaga Valley getting the ball.
Yes, but if I'm the Golden Cougars, brace yourself for an onside kick. Southwestern down by 1. They want to get the lead back as soon as possible. They're hungry.
Yeah, but
we saw it quite a bit last week.
It does make sense, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, because if it doesn't go the distance, and
we'll have to see.
Right, risk and reward. I say no.
I would say no too, but here it comes, and this will be a pooch kick, bouncing in past the 20, and it gets picked up by Gowan. Gowan tried swinging away, but he gets brought down by Matthews at around the 34-yard line.
All right.
So first down and 10 for the Golden Cougars, and
Gowan has not passed once.
No, he has not.
Like we talked in the halftime, all 210 offensive yards for the Golden Cougars have come on the ground on 30 attempts. 7 yards exactly, Norm. A nice, clean number.
Yes, it has, and got to give credit to Dan Greco, the head coach for the team, and also the offensive coordinator, Kurt Fisher, for getting this game plan ready to take on a team with as powerful and forceful a defense as the Southwestern Trojans.
Yeah, exactly.
This time, though, they're going to go in the power I formation to start it off, and it will be a give on the dive. Gowan handed it off to Garrett Williams. Got about 2-3 yards on the run.
Yeah, about 2.
So it will be a gain of 2, and so, yeah, we did get that correction during halftime. Falconer, Cassadaga, and Maple Grove. 3 schools. There was a little confusion with the roster we were given. Maple Grove was not added on the name of the team.
because that roster was made pre-merger.
So it was a last-minute addition. Again, the power I formation here, 2nd down 8, and here comes the option pitch to Caldwell. And, no, excuse me, that's Abram on the carry. He'll cross the 45 and get near midfield. He should have enough for a first down. We'll just have to wait and see for the spot.
I think he had enough for the first down.
I thought he did too.
And he does.
Yes, it is.
I'd say because that was about a 9-yard gain.
And so far, so good in the first couple of plays for the Golden Cougars. And so far, I'm liking what they're doing. They don't start right away with the wishbone. You go with that power eye. Keep the Trojans guessing. That's one of the keys to the game to win that they most likely had on their whiteboard before the game.
Wow. Update at the half. It's 18-15 Williamsville North.
But here they're back to the wishbone again, and this is another give. And it looked like it was to Caldwell. Yes, it was. Got about 2, maybe 3 yards on the run, pending the spot. Gain of 4 yards on the run. Again, 1-point lead here for the Falconer Cassadaga Maple Grove Golden Cougars, 17-16. They are ahead for the time being.
Surprised the Dragons are not incorporated in that. Sorry, Norm, just take it away.
Or maybe we could say Falconer Casgrove, the Golden Cougars. And here's the fake handoff and the option pitch over to Abram, and he gets hit right away. And that was Aiden Kennedy on the stop, tackled at midfield.
But still a gain of 1. So it'd be 3rd and 5.
So only a 1-yard gain on the run there. 3rd down, and looks like it'll be a 3rd down and 5 on the play. So let's see what they do here. All their plays have been runs. They haven't thrown the ball one time. Honestly, seeing this, I feel like that we're calling a Navy midshipman game or an Army game.
We're not in college, Norm. We're in high school.
Well, here's something different. They're going to go in a pistol formation. And here comes the first pass play of the game. Gowan wants to throw. Throws, and that one is complete, but hit right away. And that's going to be 4th down. The completion, it looked like it was to Kynan Egan. Or no, I stand corrected. That was Abram with the reception. And for Gowan, that was his first catch of the game.
Yep,
no, first pass attempt of the game.
Yeah, and he's 1 for 1 for 2 yards.
And they're going to punt the football away.
That's a big victory for this Trojan defense, Norm.
Yes, it is. And it looked like it was Paul Hayes on the tackle, but here comes a punt by Egan. And this one, a high knuckleballer. Kennedy saying, poison, do not touch it. It goes out of bounds. Looked like it was past the 25-yard line. We'll see here from the line judge. It will be at the, man, that not a good punt at all, 30-yard line.
Ugh.
So decent field position for the Trojans, but that was a big 3rd down stop there by Southwestern, and I'm kind of surprised that was the first pass attempt of the game for Gowan.
And he's 1 for 1. He's completed all of his passes so far.
1 for 1.
a whopping 2 yards. All right.
But here comes the Trojans. Now they got a shot to take their first lead of the ball game here, and that's very uncharacteristic saying that here at Charles A. Lawson Field, as again, we're here in the Vuvuzela. It's like we're at the World Cup here, even though it's near Thanksgiving time. But here's the give to Walsh. Walsh finds a block, crosses the 40, gets knocked down around the 42.
About a gain of 11 yards. Nice
So
draw
move the
play.
chains.
Yep, nice draw play.
And here comes the break of the huddle. And as we see, some of the players for both teams wearing pink in support of breast cancer. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And here's the give on the delay to Walsh, and past the 45 to the 47-48. So they are meaning business so far in their first couple of plays. So a 6-yard gain there by Jamison Walsh, and they're going to stick with the pistol formation. And 5 down linemen for the Golden Cougars. It's another give to Walsh, and this time they have it red. Walsh nearly broke a tackle by Egan, but Egan will stop him behind the line. And besides Caldwell and Abram, and as well as Williams having great games so far for the Falconer Casadega Maple Grove Golden Cougars, Egan's had a great game defensively.
That's a loss of 2-3 yards.
But hey, a loss of 2-3 yards, that's big for the Golden Cougars. And Burlingame, the only back, is to go 4 wides, 2 on each side. This is one where Kennedy usually throws in the flats. He'll look to full here. Looking, still in the pocket, wanting to get rid of it, directing traffic. He'll throw it downfield for Matthews. Broken up on the play. And what a job there by Matt Welsh to break that up. And in spite of a couple big plays to start the drive, they do force a 4th down, but let's see what Southwestern does here.
This is not 4th down territory in the slightest, Norm.
Well, Kennedy is talking on the sideline to one of the coaches, so you never know.
That's true, but he's also a kicker, Norm.
Yes, he's the punter. And Kennedy can boot the ball deep. We have seen it.
That was a beautiful defensive play, Norm. At the last second, the defender turned and avoided pass interference because he looked up at the ball and reached for the ball.
But here's Kennedy getting set the punt, and looks like Bauer's going to be the deep man on the punt. And let's see the total leather. And that punt's a beauty. And that gets fielded there at around the 25-yard line. And this is Gowan on the return, I beg your pardon. He gets to the 40, down to the 45. And a good return there by Jackson Gowan on the return. And they're going to have great field position. And now this is another chance for the Golden Cougars to extend their lead to at least 7 points.
That was a quarterback-to-quarterback punt and receiving.
It's almost like a pitcher raking a home run off of a fellow pitcher.
Exactly. Bartolo Colon was infamous for hitting home runs. Madison Baumgartner.
He only hit 1. Colon only had 1 in his career.
And it was a deep drive into left field.
Mad Baum has 17. He's also won a couple Silver Sluggers. But anyways, back to the Golden Cougars Trojans matchup as they'll go back to the roots of the wishbone. And Gowan will hand it off inside on the dive. And again, that was Garrett Williams, but very minimal yardage on the play.
If any at all. Pickup of 1 yard off that wishbone option. So the Southwestern defense starting to recognize that wishbone and closing those gaps quicker.
So a 1 yard gain on the run by Williams. And now you're going to need to start mixing it up a little bit because so far, in the last drive, though, they were able to get some success. They made Gowan throw the ball for the first time tonight.
But he completed it.
He did, but it was short of a first down.
Very short.
And they'll stick in the wishbone formation. And here's a snap, and it's going to be a give on the counter. Abrams going all the way unless Kennedy can catch him. 20, 10, makes Kennedy miss. Arrivederci, signore. A touchdown right there for Abram, and that's going to be a 23-16 lead. 6:51 left in the third quarter, and right when Abram got that handoff on the counter, there was an open gap that split like the Red Sea, and he took off and ran.
Yeah, that was, wow. I mean, that's a 45-yard run.
And that's a big touchdown, too.
274 yards. Yeah, now you're up by 7 again.
Making this PAT, though, is very important. You make it, you make Southwestern go for 2.
And that's just to tie the game.
Yes, it is. Again, it'll be Palladino on the point after touchdown. Snap, put down, kick on the way, and right down Broadway. The kick is good. 24-16, 6:51 left in the third quarter, and both teams will prepare for the kickoff unit.
Wow. This is very uncharacteristic here at Charles A. Lawson Field.
Very uncharacteristic. Both games we've done at Southwestern for football, they were both wins earlier this year. Last season, though, technically, we were here for the Fredonia Southwestern game. Southwestern won at 31-12 in what even the head man Frank Wolf felt would be one of the games of the year in this area. And last week we were here, the Allegheny Limestone game, 36-12 final score. And both these teams are not only playing to get a 5-3 record, but they're fighting for a playoff spot.
Exactly. So that's huge, and that's some big momentum too, because you stopped Aiden Kennedy from scoring a touchdown in the opening drive after the defense had an outstanding opening defense, and then the momentum killer by
Welsh broke up a pass to Ashton Matthews, but that was Noah Abram on the touchdown
and he
run.
stiff-armed
Yes,
Kennedy
he did.
out of the way.
Kennedy nearly got to him, but here comes the kickoff, and they're going to squib the kick. And, it hit off past his hand. He picks it up, and his knee went down past the 20-yard line. And, again, in high school football, and same thing with college, if your knee is down, even if you're not touched, you're down where you're at.
Exactly.
And that was a well-executed kick by Cam Bauer where it couldn't have been a pretty good return. It could have been maybe 10 yards at the most, maybe 15. But it's going to be first down 10 for the Trojans. Golden Cougars took advantage of their reprieve after their first drive to start the second half. But now, Southwestern, they need to get a score here.
Yeah, this is must-score territory. Anyways, Kennedy in the shotgun.
And here comes a give to Walsh. And Walsh finds a bit of a gap, crosses the 25, and he almost broke it. But the tackle there was by number 22, Noah Abram, who just scored that touchdown for Falconer Casadega Maple Grove. And if he wouldn't have tackled him, I think Walsh could have broken it loose.
2nd and 5. At the 29-yard line.
And so the Trojans in the huddle, and they're about to break it. The Golden Cougars already ready. And they're going to go in a 4-3 defensive alignment. And Southwestern in the pistol formation. Here's a snap. Then a fake handoff to Walsh, still in the pocket, throws. That's complete. Then that's caught by, looked like it was Ashton Matthews on the reception. No, it was Panis with the catch, excuse me. But there is a flag. It's in the vicinity usually of holding if it's a wheel route or a screen pass. Kennedy's saying it's on the Golden Cougars. That might be face mask, and that's what it's going to be. Face mask on the Falconer Casadega Maple Grove Golden Cougars. And besides the yards gained on that pass, 15 yards will be tacked onto it. But right now we got a triple nickel on the board, 5:55 left in the third quarter, and Southwestern down by 8 points, but they're starting to drive a little bit. They're nearing Falconer Casadega Maple Grove territory. Try saying that 3 times fast, as they are at the 44-yard line of their own territory. And they're going to go in a single back set, 4 wides, 2 slots. Slots are Burlingame and Lemp. Here's a snap. It's a give to Walsh. Walsh tries to get away, but he won't. He'll be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle there was by Devin Morrison, and I believe he did lose a yard on the run.
I do believe so as well. I mean, the defense has really sniffed out the rushing. They're going to do it. They're going to say loss of 2.
Wow. again, this is a possession where you need to score. You're down by 8 points, and another catch is you have to go for 2 at some point. Unless you're able to block a PAT if the Golden Cougars score again. But right now they're going to go empty backfield, trips right, 2 receivers to the left, and here's a snap. Kennedy wants to throw. He'll throw it in the flats. That's caught by Matthews, but he'll get met up right away. So a good job there to minimize the yardage, and Caldwell, one of the guys, in on the tackle. And it was a 5-yard gain, and it looks like almost thought there was an injured player on the field, but thankfully there wasn't. But the clock rolls on, 4:51 left in the third quarter. It'll be a 3rd down and 5 for the Golden Cougars. They were able to force a 4th down on the Trojans' last drive. If Welsh doesn't break up that pass, Matthews easily makes that catch. Let's see what Southwestern does here to try and convert this one. And the Golden Cougars, they have found answers. And from what we've seen for Southwestern football, the Golden Cougars have done the best at figuring things out defensively. But they're going to go in a trips right, 1 receiver to the left, and Burlingame the back, and County wants to keep it. And they're going to stop them. Wow, what a stop there by the Golden Cougar defense. They were not fooling. We got a flag on the play. Wow, and from the reaction, looks like that'll be on the Golden Cougars. If that's the case, that is just you basically just forfeited kind of your edge. And it's going to be a personal foul on the Golden Cougars, and that's the 2nd time this drive the Trojans will get a 1st down via a penalty. And this is a big one. Not only is it an automatic 1st down, now they are in Golden Cougar territory. Another huge mistake. But let's see if the Golden Cougars can prevent it from being full costly.
He led with the helmet when he was going for the tackle. That was
wow.
that call. So that was a helmet-to-helmet collision.
But they're going to go in the pistol formation. 1st and 10 at the Golden Cougar 35-yard line. 4:10 left in the third. Too early for the Trojans to panic. They've got more than enough talent to counterattack this Golden Cougar defense as here comes the snap, and Kennedy fakes the handoff to Walsh. He'll stay in the pocket, looks to throw. He'll shoot this one downfield for Panis, makes the catch. Nope. And he'll be down inside the 10-yard line. They're ruling that a catch.
Norm, that's coming back. There was holding.
Oh, there is a flag on the play. I didn't see that there, so good eye, Jeremy. And that's a big penalty, and also that gives the Golden Cougars yet another reprieve.
Not only was that a bad penalty, it was behind the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be even further back.
So it'll be at the spot plus 10 yards.
Right. So that's going to be what unfortunately negates a beautiful route. Makes it a 15-yard penalty for.
Wow. 1st and 25 for the Trojans, and on that play, it looked like Panis ran a post pattern. He made the catch on a low throw, but a holding penalty pushes the ball back 10 plus 5. They're going to go trips right, 2 receivers to the left. The 2 are stacked on the left. Empty backfield. Kennedy in the spread offense takes a snap, and he wants to throw for some yardage. In the pocket, looking. He'll shoot it downfield. Caught by Lemp. And he gets inside the 15, and that should be more than enough for a 1st down. Holding penalty of 15 yards, no problem. Kennedy, cool, calm, collected. The triple C's in the pocket. Gets it over to Lemp, and he's got more than enough for a 1st down.
My God, Norm, that was like a 35-yard completion.
And now a big opportunity here for Southwestern. 3:18 left in the third quarter. 24-16 the score. They've got a shot to cut the deficit down to at least 2. And they're going to go back to the pistol formation. Burlingame and Walsh the backs. Here's the snap, and it's a give on the counter to Walsh. And Walsh will get it to about the 10-yard line. So roughly about a 4-yard gain. And it was Noah Abram on the tackle. So a 5-yard gain, 2nd down 5. Southwestern can get a 1st down without going into the end zone. They'll have to get it to the 6-yard line. And they're going to go 4 wides, 2 slots, 2 receivers on each side. Burlingame the only back. Kennedy looking to get the answer of a touchdown. 2 big penalties by the Golden Cougars. Kennedy wants to take advantage. Looking. He'll run outside the pocket. Still looking. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown! And no, incomplete! Incomplete. Matthews had it, but he did not complete the process of the catch. That's going to be an incomplete pass. 3rd down and 5. And Golden Cougars yet with another shot to force a fourth down, but they've got to be smart. They've already had a personal foul penalty that resulted in an automatic first down just 4 or 5 plays ago, and Matthews holds on to that ball. It'd be 24-22, and you bet the Trojans would go for the tie.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Anyways.
3rd and 5 at the Golden Cougar 11. And they're going to go in a trips left, one receiver to the right. This could be a fake here to Burlingame. Kennedy takes a snap, and it is a play-action fake. And he's going to keep it on the naked bootleg. And he's to the 10. He gets to the 5. Did he get in? From my view, I believe he did. We'll have to wait and see.
Flag.
There is a flag on the play. And where it's thrown, it's at the vicinity of holding. That would be enough for a first down, but we'll have to wait and see what the penalty is. Kennedy got 10 yards on the run.
They're going to, and the defense, it's going back.
And it's going to be a holding on Southwestern, and that's another big penalty. And the laundry's been getting thrown on this drive.
Yeah.
But again, though, the Golden Cougars, again, they have to be smart. You just got aided with a big holding penalty. It's a spot foul plus 10 yards. It's a 10-yard penalty, and they need to get a stop here. If you can force a fourth down and 15, you can be in good hands, but you also got to cover the end zone a little bit because you know, and I know, Kennedy's going to go for that immediately.
100%.
They will need to get to the 9-yard line to get a first down. And they're going to go with 4 wides, with Lemke in the slot. And Walsh set in motion. And here's a snap. Kennedy looking to throw. Staying in the pocket, looking. He'll throw it for the end zone. Touchdown, Ashton Matthews. This time he holds on to the ball as he slides in the end zone of the turf. And we're going to have a conduct penalty. I think this is going to be unsportsmanlike conduct from what I saw. We'll have to see on who it is, though. We have seen it on the defensive side after a score and the offensive, and we've also seen it go one on each team and they offset. So we'll have to wait and see what this is. Because if even so, on both ends, it would be a dumb penalty. And from the referee's indication, this is going to be on Southwestern. I believe the touchdown will count, though. It'll be enforced on the kickoff. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Southwestern. I wonder what this is going to be. The touchdown has not been put on the board.
They're
moving it back. What a turn of events.
They're calling it a dead ball foul.
Dead ball. The ball's going back. Oh, wait a minute. Now they put the touchdown on the board. So we apologize for any confusion. We're just waiting for all this to be resolved. This is going to be a very long extra point here. So this will be assessed on the extra point. And in all honesty, I'm surprised they're not trying to go for 2 right now. But
there's 13:58 left in this entire game.
Yeah, there is, but we know how aggressive they can be. But Nevis Hooves, he made a 38-yard field goal earlier on this side of the field. This kick will be on the center hash. Here's the kick. Put down on the way, and that's going through. Extra point is good. In spite of that, though, Golden Cougars still have a 1-point lead. 1:58 left in the third, 24-23. And if you're the coaches on both sides, Jake Burkholder and Dan Greco, you need to take a second and tell your team, be smart, no dumb penalties, because we saw 3 or 4 of them on that drive.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very undisciplined drive, pretty much from both sides, but mainly Falconer, Casting, and Maple Grove. I don't want to down any team.
Of course.
But we got to sometimes call it how it is. That was very undisciplined. 2 15-yard penalties, 1 face mask, I believe 1 unsportsmanlike conduct on the helmet contact. Well, would have made it 4th down, Norm.
Yes, it would have.
1:58 left in this third quarter.
Yep.
Olean and Pioneer 17 over Olean 14 in the fourth quarter.
And while we're waiting for the kickoff, how about another popular rap song from the 90s? Jump Around by the House of Pain. On some popular movies, too. Happy Gilmore, Mrs. Doubtfire.
And that's fine and all.
It's a good hype song. As long as it's clean, why not?
It doesn't work as a goal horn in hockey, though.
Well, we're not in hockey, and I'm surprised we're not hearing a cowbell or vuvuzela because with people blowing that, it's like we're at the World Cup in Brazil. But we're going to see a kickoff here, and if I'm the Golden Cougars, be ready for a surprise onside.
We're too cold to be in Brazil.
And this one's going to be a pooch kick, and it gets fielded over there by Welch. Oh, he lost the ball, but fortunately falls on it at around the 23-yard line. So very fortunate. Southwestern falls on that. Not only are they near the red zone, they have a shot to take the first lead of the game. But now you got to go back to the bread and butter. Go with the wishbone, occasional power eye. If you can get enough gaps, like with Abrams' touchdown run, there's no reason why you can't hold on to this lead.
Exactly.
Again, both teams are fighting for a spot in the playoffs and for a winning record. Both teams coming in at 4-3. And here comes Gowan onto the field. And they've been relying pretty heavily on the run, and it has worked. And when it continues working, you do it until your opposing team finds a way to stop it. And here comes the 4-3 defense, and here's a snap, and here's a give on the counter. And not sure who received the handoff, but gets tackled at the 25-yard line. And it looked like it was Abram on the carry. Looked like it was about a 2-yard gain. Oh, no, they're going to call it a 4-yarder. I beg your pardon.
Oh.
So 2nd down and 6 for Falconer, Casadega, and Maple Grove.
Maple Grove, combining with this, they were in the 8-man league a couple years ago.
I remember that.
They were playing against like Frewsburg.
I just thought of another name we could call his team that's kind of like a dinosaur almost. Thalassa Grove.
Possible.
But they're going back to the wishbone here, and this is a house goal line formation here for the Trojans, and breaking a tackle, and that's Gowan on the run, spins away, and he gets inside the 40-yard line. How about that patience there by Gowan? Kind of looked like Steve Young breaking the tackles on those runs, and that's more than enough for a first down for the Golden Cougars.
We got an injury.
And there is an injured player down in the field.
It's Gowan.
Oh, that's Gowan. It looks like it may be just a cramp. He is. We're going to take a quick commercial break. 1:02 left in the third quarter. The Golden Cougars up 24-23 over the Southwestern Trojans. Stick around for the final 13 minutes and change of this game right here on WNY Athletics.
If you've been injured in an
Does he do car? Forget about it. How about home? Forget about it. Does he get good rates? Forget about it. And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy? Forget about it. Look, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
all right, we are back here at Charles A. Lawson Field. Going able to get up under his own power. Looks like he was just cramping for a little bit, but he's going to probably go to the sidelines for a little bit, and they're going to bring in their backup quarterback, which is
Lucas Sopak. He is the backup quarterback. He's only a sophomore. He's 5'10", a $165. So it'll be a 1st down and 10 with exactly 1 minute left in the third quarter for the Golden Cougars.
power eye formation.
Yeah. No, this is the wishbone formation, and stopped right away by Lemp on the run. Sopak faked the handoff on the option, and he just got stuffed like the stuffing in a turkey.
You are really hungry for Thanksgiving, my friend.
Well, it's something I could say that's appropriate.
It is. It's very appropriate. But we've got 26 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Very true.
No, I don't want Thanksgiving turkey. Anyways, moving on.
From looking at Sopak,
Gowan's back in the game.
Okay, well, Gowan is back in the game, but prior to that, Sopak hasn't attempted a pass all season. He had 2 rushes for 4 yards prior to that attempt, which was a 6-yard loss.
They're just going to let this run.
Yeah, they're going to let the third quarter run, and after 3 quarters, this still has been a back-and-forth affair. almost like the days of the Thriller in Manila or Rocky Apollo Creed, however you want to name it. 24-23, Golden Cougars over the Trojans at the end of 3 quarters. Stick around for the final frame between the Southwestern Trojans and the Falconer Casadega Maple Grove Golden Cougars right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make.
And we're about to start the final quarter here between the Golden Cougars and the Trojans right here on WNY Athletics. And another good pump-up song by the DJ, a little off of License to Ill in 1985. The Beastie Boys, You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party, is the Golden Cougars do a little cowboy shift here, and they go on a trip stack, but here's the option pitch. Lost the ball on the pitch, but Abrams able to recover it, and the last 2 plays, they've gone backwards. The pitch was a perfect pitch, but Abram just couldn't get a clean hold of it.
Thankfully, it looks like it's only a
5-yard loss.
5-yard loss.
3rd down and 21, and this is a passing down.
I would say, most definitely, there's no way you're going to run the ball.
No, unless you see a big gap, or if you know your back's got about 20 yards of daylight and you flip it on the option.
Or you hope for a penalty.
Well, you need one that's an automatic first down, like a defensive holding, illegal contact, interference, hands in the face, anything.
Yeah,
but we are hearing it from the Southwestern fans here in the bleachers. Again, we're in the best spot of the house, the press box, but it's pretty much even strength because the Golden Cougars, they've got a fair amount of fans on the opposite end. But here comes the wishbone once again. 3rd and 21 is going to be a pitch to Caldwell. Caldwell to the 30, 35 to the 40 to around the 42-yard line. So he's able to get all those yards back plus a couple. It will be 4th down, I would say about 8, maybe 9 yards. No, gain of 9 on the play, I beg your pardon. So a 9-yard run, and looks like another player down with some cramps for the Golden Cougars. We're not going to go into another break, but now with the 4th down and with the Golden Cougars having to punt the ball away, the Trojans now have an opportunity to take their first lead of the game.
Exactly. 10:48 left. And that was probably the cleanest defensive outing for the Trojans. And that's exactly what they needed.
Yes, and they updated it to a 10-yard run, so it'll be a 4th down and 11. And Kynan Egan is warming up to punt the ball. We know Panis will be the deep guy on the return. Looks like the player got up on his own power. Always a good sign.
Clock will start on the snap.
Again, it's going to be Egan punting the ball away. And this time they're going to have Kennedy and Panis back deep, so 2 returners. If I'm Egan, I punt this ball coffin corner style. You don't want Kennedy to have it because he is very dangerous with the ball in his hands. Here comes the boot. This punt is a beauty, and it'll go right into the hands of Kennedy, and almost the same teammate incident, and Kennedy looking for some blockers, and he'll get past the 40-yard line. And very fortunate that him and Panis didn't lose the ball because they nearly ran into each other trying to field it.
Yeah. All right, so 10:30, no time. There's absolutely no reason to panic.
Oh, no.
Because this is only a one-possession game. This has been a battle of the heavyweights.
Yes, it has.
We love these type of battles, Norm, here on the gridiron.
And Kennedy gets ready with the Trojans offense. And they break the huddle. Honestly, if I'm Coach Burkholder, I'd say throw it down the field a little bit because Kennedy has had success with it. Throw it around and pick it apart. But it's going to be a give here on the delay. It's stopped right away on the tackle. and that was by number 53, Kyle Keefe. So loss of yardage on the play.
I was about to say, it also looked like he kind of slipped, so that's a loss of 2.
Even so, Keefe was able to finish it off, because sometimes with that dreaded turf monster, you can fight it and regain your balance.
Right. Turf is much easier to regain your composure than grass is, because then you don't have to deal with the mud.
And sod.
Exactly.
The mud bowl between the Dolphins and Steelers is a very good example.
2007.
As they're going to run a spread formation, empty backfield. And here comes a snap. Kennedy will throw it in the flats. That's caught by Panis. Hit right away by Welch. Welch having a strong game on the corner side for the Golden Cougars. That was a loss of 3 on the play, and we're hearing something for a penalty, but we don't see any laundry on the field, so it will be 3rd down. We'll see how many yards it was on the play. 6 yards on the pass completion to Panis. So 3rd down and 7, 9:23 left in regulation. Trojans, a golden opportunity to take their first lead of the game. And speaking of first lead of the game in the 4th quarter, very uncoincidental for Southwestern.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a fake handoff to Burlingame. Kennedy looking to throw, rolls outside the pocket. He'll throw it over to Lemke, wide open at the 30. And Gowan. And Gowan, it almost looked like he was going to miss the tackle, but he held on for dear life. Lemke makes the catch, but Gowan saves the touchdown. But it is more than enough for a Trojan first down.
So a gain about 30. So Aiden Kennedy, 14 for 21, 162 yards on the night.
And what's even more important, no interceptions.
That is very true.
Last week against Allegheny Limestone, he did throw a pair, but he made up for it with 5 total touchdowns. And they're going to go in a single back 3 or 4 wide set, and it's going to be a give on the draw to Walsh. Walsh into the 15, and he gets hit right away.
Actually, that's going to be about a 10-yard gain. Yep, and that's exactly what they're going to rule it as.
Yep, that should be enough for a first down. Noah Abram on the tackle, and it's enough for a first down. And Southwestern inching ever closer to their first lead of the game. And if you want a good battle for a regular season finale, this is the game that you probably should be on right now. Golden Cougars have had the lead for virtually the whole game, but the Trojans have a shot to take their first one of the night. Kennedy throws it in the flats. That's caught by Matthews. Matthews gets hit by Gowan, but gets closer to the Golden Cougar end zone.
Yep. Clock still running, about a 9-yard completion.
And Gowan, in spite of only throwing 1 pass attempt, I would say he's had a strong night against a team like Southwestern.
Oh, definitely.
And we're going to have a stoppage of play. I believe they're going to get the – oh, no, it looks like it's going to be a timeout by – looks like it'll be a Southwestern timeout from what I'm seeing. 8:01 left in regulation, 24-23 in favor of the Golden Cougars, but the Trojans are threatening. Stick around for the final 8 minutes right here on WNY Athletics.
When you're ready to buy a home, start your search at howardhanna.com. You'll be the first to see new listings, find similar properties, and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
All right, welcome back. Both teams still in a timeout, and so far Southwestern this half have been playing so much better than they did in the first. Again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly, and even if you take your first lead, even if it's in the 4th quarter, that's usually the most important time to have it because you hold on, you walk out with a W.
Yep, ball's on the 6-yard line.
And again, in spite of their 4-3 record, that record is deceiving for Southwestern. Again, their 3 losses came down to 2-point conversions, combined total of 4 points. 2 1-point losses and a 2-point loss. And it's going to be 2nd down and a yard. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They'll have to get it around the 4-3-yard line. Here's the give on the draw to Walsh. He should have enough for the first down from my view. One of the guys to take him down was Keefe. And they're going to call it 3rd down short, so Walsh didn't get enough for the first down, so I would guess this would be 3rd down and 6 inches.
Yeah.
So 7:39 left in regulation, 24-23.
And it's definitely 4th down territory.
Yes, it is.
100%.
And also, if they chose to do it with Who's, field goal gives them the lead as well.
That is true.
So you shouldn't be in a super hurry because 3 or 6 gives you the lead. And with the defense tightening up on the Golden Cougars in the second half, there is faith in the defense. And here's Kennedy on the keeper. He did not get it. I do not think he got it.
Yes, he did. They're going to give him a gain of 2, Norm.
Oh, they're going to give him the progress as he leaned back. It looked like he was short right off the bat, but barely extended the play on the arm. So it'll be a first down and goal for the Trojans inside the 5-yard line. 7:10 left in regulation, 24-23 the score. Southwestern ever closer to taking their first lead of the game. And they'll break the huddle. And they're going to go in a single back set, 3 wides. Burlingame the only back. This could be a keeper here for Kennedy. No, he's going to throw it. And he will keep it, and he's going to be stopped. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets ruled sack.
Yeah, because he got to the line of scrimmage. Whoa, it's going to be a loss of 1.
Loss of 1. That will be a sack. So 6.5 minutes left in regulation. Second down and goal at the 5. If you can get a goal line stand, that would be so very important. But also on the other side, you're pinned deep on your own end, but there's still another 2-3 downs to go. Kennedy's going to keep it on the sweep. And he edges out to the field. Can he break the plane? I believe he got in. He hit the pylon. We'll have to wait and see what the call is.
They're going to mark him short.
They're marking him at the 6-inch line. From hitting that pylon, I thought he was in, but it's going to be 3rd down and inches at the 6-inch line. I wouldn't be surprised they say, hey, pull the Drew Brees, take the snap, and just jump over the goal line.
Exactly. You got 2 downs to get it in.
It's 3rd and inches. 3rd down and 6 inches at the 6-inch line.
Less than halfway through this 4th quarter. We're in for one heck of a finish.
I'm predicting a quarterback draw right here. 3rd down and inches inside the 1. Takes a snap, and it's going to be a keeper. And he dives into the end zone for a touchdown. First lead of the game for the Trojans, 29-24. However, a lot of time left, 5:24 left in the 4th, and you know it, I know it, and everybody here knows it. Trojans are going for 2.
Yeah.
Got to go for the 7-point lead. And even if, should they not convert it, the good thing, though, is still the Golden Cougars would have to get a touchdown regardless.
Exactly, but you don't want Golden Cougars got to make sure they don't leave enough time on the clock.
But at the same token, though, if you're getting stopped on the wishbone, the power eye, you might need to abandon that a little bit and say, Gowan, let's test your arm. And they're going to go for 2 here, and it's going to be a single back Walsh, and they're going to just be in a single I formation. Trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right. And this is the Wildcat formation. This is going to be a direct snap, and we have a flag.
Fall.
It's going to be a delay of game, and right when Kennedy was in motion, you could sense there was going to be a trick play.
Yep.
And that was the first time they were doing that all night, which is really surprising. They ran it quite a bit last Friday night.
Score updates, Albion down to Medina 24-20. It is 40-13 Dunkirk or Fredonia over Dunkirk.
Wow.
Hamburg's up 14-6 over Frontier in the 3rd quarter. Williamsville South up 29-15 over Williamsville East. Iroquois 56, East Aurora Holland 7. So that.
Well, here comes the 2-point conversion try, take 2. And this time they're going to go empty backfield, but Southwest was going to call timeout to. They probably want to see the defensive setup, so they call timeout to buy a little time. 5:24 left in regulation, 29-24 the score. And if you can get a stop here on the 2-point conversion, that would be huge because a touchdown, you get the lead back.
Exactly. However, that would either force the Golden Cougars to tie the game with a 2-point
yes,
or they go get a 2-point conversion and take the lead by 1.
Yeah, and there are teams that'll do that, and you got to admire the aggressiveness. Similar to the Monday night game earlier this week, Buffalo, Tennessee, 4th and 1. Personally, like that decision, but the play call, not good. Even though Allen slipped, the defense looked ready. The defense looked ready for it. You should have faked the handoff. But it is what it is, as both teams will get back out onto the field.
I was about to say, Allen slipped. Why are you going after your man Allen like that?
Sometimes you got to be brutally honest. But here comes take 3 as they're going to go in a spread formation, empty backfield. Trips left, 2 receivers to the right. And here's the snap. County wants to throw for it. He will get it to Lab. Incomplete. And that's a big stop there for the Golden Cougars because a touchdown now can give them a 1-point lead, but they'll probably also go for 2 should that be the case. But 1, that's a lot of buts and ifs, and 2, they need to get the ball back and get it in the end zone. However, you don't want to leave a lot of time, but at the same token, you don't want to take your time too much.
Exactly. It's catch-22, like you just said. You don't want too much time. However, this game is far from over.
Yes, it is, and it's an entertaining one. Probably one of the top games of the year in this area, I would predict.
Oh, definitely. Next week, Norm, we will be at Strider Field as Jamestown hosts the winner. I will find out Saturday night, as I believe the Grand Island game determines who Jamestown will face. Either between Jamestown Frontier or Jamestown Grand Island.
We have seen Jamestown Frontier in the regular season. Frontier hung tough. With that wing T offense, they nearly pulled it off, but they just ran out of time. And Lippert has a strong performance at quarterback for them. And let's see, honestly, you got to kick this deep. You don't want to onside this. Pin the Golden Cougars back as far as humanely and possibly possible. But let's see what they do here. They are full of unique surprises. Here comes the kickoff. And this one's going to be kicked deep, and Gowan on the return, and he fields at the 15, nearly tight-roped out of bounds. He gets to the 25, knocked out of bounds at around the 28. So a decent return there by Jackson Gowan, and it's going to be first down for the Golden Cougars. And now this is a huge test. You were ahead for virtually the whole game. You just lost your lead for the first time tonight. How do you respond?
Yeah, exactly. Now it's time for adversity to set in. How do you do in the face of adversity? You win the battle in the trenches. You get first downs, and you wind that clock down to the point where Aiden Kennedy doesn't have time to pull off the upset. Well, not an upset victory. The victory over you at this point. Anyways, looks like they're going to go wishbone.
Yes, they are. Or no, they're going to go power eye here. And Gowan under center takes a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. And there was nearly a miscommunication on the exchange, and it looked like they'll lose a couple of yards.
It looks like he actually gained 1 yard. It is difficult from our vantage point because we are at a little bit of an angle here. So it is difficult for us to see if. Yep, so that's a gain of 1, Norm. Again, in our defense, it is a little harder from our angle up here in the press box to see if it's a gain or if it's a no gain or if it's a loss of yardage. Anyways.
Well, they'll stick with the power eye. It was a gain of 1 on that play, and Gowan under pressure. He's going to get sacked on the play by Jason Nee. A huge sack there. Now it's going to be third down about 15. And now the Trojan fans are letting them hear it.
Yeah, that's big. That sack was that's going to be about a 6-yard sack.
So it'll be third down and 16, a loss of 7 with 4 minutes left in regulation. And now 4 minutes and counting. Third and 16, you have to throw it here.
You have to throw it, and not only do you have to throw it, you have to go for it. I'm sorry, Norm, this is fourth down territory.
Yes, it is.
You get significant chunkers. You can probably get half of this back now, or you could get significant yard, get it all now. But anyways, here we go in the shotgun.
And it's going to be a motion man and going to be a flag on the play. Cam Bauer was set in motion, but it's going to be a delay of game. So the fans getting loud to where the Golden Cougars can't run a play, but there's also a thing where if they're too loud, the referees will ask to quiet down so that way the play can be run. That has happened before.
Exactly. But we've seen like fans in every level create these scenarios, where they will cause a delayed game force the opposing team to call a timeout because the quarterback can't hear the play call. Anyways, 3rd and 21, definitely throw. Looks like
yes, it is.
shotgun formation.
Yeah, they're going to go in a 2-back set. 2 wides, and the fans are getting loud again. Gowan, now he's got some protection. Looks. He'll throw this one downfield. Intercepted! Aiden Kennedy! And Kennedy go all the way! I'd say slide down. Smart thinking there by Kennedy. And we got a late flag on the play, and it looks like that's going to be a personal foul on the Golden Cougars. There was a late hit on the return. And you, in spite of that, though, you've got to keep your composure. Yes, it's frustrating, but you got to do it right.
Exactly.
And now with that penalty, because inside the 20, that's going to be half the distance to the goal. So Kennedy, he had an interception last week as well on the defensive side. So 2 interceptions in 2 games for him as a safety.
It's on the Golden Cougars. It was like both arms.
So that's a personal foul. And it's going to be 1st and goal for the Trojans, and they score a touchdown. I would say this game's over.
Yep.
And that was only the 2nd time that Gowan threw the ball tonight. And this time he did have plenty of protection, but no receivers were open. And at the window that Gowan threw it, Kennedy read it like an open book, sealed in the interception, and got a decent return out of it as well.
That's the benefit of being a quarterback on the defensive side of the ball, isn't it? You could read the play like a quarterback.
Play a safety, but think like a quarterback.
Exactly.
And it's going to be 1st down and goal at the 8-yard line. And they're going to go into a pistol formation. Burlingame and Walsh are the backs, and they'll hand it off to Walsh, and gets inside the 5, down and around the 4, maybe the 3. Tackled by Austin Chase.
This has been one heck of a game.
Yes, it has. And it's going to be one of those ones, if Southwestern makes it a 2-possession game, the score did not match the outcome.
Oh, no. This game was a lot closer than the score would indicate. But Southwestern just finished better than Casadega, Falconer, Maple Grove.
Yes, they did. 2nd down and goal at the 5. So a 3-yard run there by Jamison Walsh. They'll stick to the pistol formation. This is usually where it'll be a fake handoff. It'll be a QB sweep. Let's see here. It'll be a give on the draw to Walsh, and he'll go in for the touchdown. And honestly, I would say that's the dagger, that's the anchor, that's the exclamation point. Iced, sealed. Think of any analogy or cliche you want. 35-24 the score.
Yep.
2:14 left in the game, and that, I believe, will do it. But if you are the Golden Cougars, do not be ashamed. You took a team. You took Southwestern, one of the best teams in the conference. You pushed them to the edge, but you just ran out of gas, I would say.
Almost definitely. And, I mean, just some mistakes that Southwestern was able to capitalize on, really those penalties.
Yeah.
So,
well, here comes the PAT. Sorry to cut you off there, Jeremy, but here comes the extra point by Who's. They were able to block one PAT earlier. Let's see what happens here. Kick on the way, and that one's right down Broadway. So 36-24, 2:14 left in regulation. And now, if you are the Golden Cougars, you've got to throw the ball if you want to score a touchdown and do an onside kick.
And we've seen weirder things happen.
Yes, we have.
But right now, there's a flag on the play.
It's probably going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, I would say. It is a late flag. We've had quite a few of those tonight. We'll just have to wait and see. And honestly, I'm sure Burkholder's going to say real quick before the kickoff, just stay smart. No stupid, dumb penalties. Play the final 2 minutes and change. Walk out with a victory, a 5-3 record, and a playoff spot.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Golden Cougars.
Wow, and that's the 3rd one they've had in this half. And this is one of the mitigating factors that have been the common denominator and a microcosm of what has gone on in the second half for the Golden Cougars. And it looked like they were going to pull off, I would say, a semi-upset victory.
It wouldn't have been a semi. It would have been an up. Actually, they're both in the same rank, Norm, coming into this game. So, because Southwestern's kind of had that off year.
Yeah, but like I said, the 3 losses, 4 points.
Exactly, and they've all because of the 2-point conversion.
Yes.
Which, I mean, they've gotten better at, but early on in the season, they just weren't able to convert that.
No, they weren't.
I'm not trying to bash Southwestern. That's just
not at all. Not at all.
That's just trying to tell you how it was.
And it's going to be kicked off at the Golden Cougars 45-yard line. Who's just might as well kick it through the uprights.
Exactly. Maybe they'll give him a point like it's Canadian football.
Oh, Rouge. As we hear another common song usually played for Pump Up,
Welcome
off
to
of
the
1987's Appetite of Destruction, Guns N' Roses. And at the Golden Cougars 45, Neves Hughes is going to kick this ball off. I'd say boot the ball with all your might.
I say onside kick.
Well, here comes the kick. And that one is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. And Gowan just going to let that one roll. So 2:14 left in the fourth. You need to abandon the wishbone. You need to abandon the I formations. You need to go into a bit of a spread and start throwing the ball. And if you're Southwestern, play prevent, cover 4-5. Guard the sidelines, but keep the center of the field open. It burns clock.
Exactly.
So Gowan getting the play call from Greco. Again, though, should this end up being the final outcome, the season's not over yet for the Golden Cougars. It's also the Wilson game against Lackawanna.
That will be played tomorrow.
So they'll have to hang tight tomorrow. Check out that game. I'm sure that'll be covered for WNY Athletics. And also to the viewers, we always appreciate you watching these broadcasts. And they're just going to hand it off here. And looks like it was a give to Caldwell.
And Caldwell's been our spotlight player, which is going to bring us to probably the end of this game.
Oh, I beg your pardon. It was Abram on the carry. Noah Abram, he's got one of the 3 touchdowns for the Golden Cougars. He's got 1, and Caldwell's got 2. So both with strong performances if you want to look at the positive ends for Faulkner, Casadega, Maple Grove.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd down 5. 1:38 left in the game, and it's going to be an inside handoff, and that is to Cam Bauer. And Bauer will cross the 30 to around the 32. That is enough for a 1st down, and that momentarily stops the clock.
I'm surprised they're not going with a no huddle.
I'm surprised they're not either.
Because now the ref has indicated to start the clock.
Unless they don't want to risk another turnover.
Maybe, but at this point.
Sometimes if you got to get to the postseason, the playoffs, you need to take some risks.
Exactly.
But they're going to stick with this wishbone formation, and it's going to be another inside handoff to Bauer, and this time he'll get met up behind the line of scrimmage. And a trio of defenders there.
Yep, and again, so our next broadcast will be at Strider Field when we cover the Jamestown Raiders in the Class A quarterfinals. Norm.
Yep.
The other quarters, I believe it's actually semifinals. A1 South versus A1 South versus A1 South.
Yep.
Then they'll face the winner of A1 North.
Yeah.
That game will be played at Highmark on November 12th at 8 p.m.
Oh, man, Highmark, and from what we're hearing, we're going to be going there.
We are confirmed on going to Highmark, and we're going to most likely be covering the Jamestown game. Or whoever.
Right.
Not James. My apologies. I meant whoever the winner of Class A.
Yes.
Or whoever goes into the Class A championship game is. Because anything wild could happen in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, the most unexpected things. And with 10 seconds left in the game, Southwestern's going to call a timeout. And the clock's going to go back up because Southwestern called a timeout. 11 seconds are going to be put back on the clock. Southwestern called timeout. The game is technically not over, though. Score-wise, it is.
Score-wise, it is, but why did Southwestern call a timeout?
Probably for the fans to celebrate, maybe.
Maybe.
But, again, if you're the Golden Cougars of Faulkner, Casadega, and Maple Grove, you've got nothing to be ashamed of. You had the lead for a good majority of the game, but then some bad penalties and Southwestern coming alive in the second half and some stoppage on the Southwestern defensive side. Those are the factors of the second half on how the Trojans are going to advance to the playoffs.
Yes.
But again, Golden Cougar season's not over yet. They got to hang in for at least another 24 hours pending the Lackawanna-Wilson game. But from what you said earlier, it needs to be a blowout in favor of Lackawanna.
That's from the stats, but that's not updated for tonight. The point differential Maple Grove and Castiga Valley is going to be a -12 point differential.
That's actually not bad.
Exactly.
That's
so
very close.
That will retain their lead over Wilson. So if Wilson cannot overcome that point differential and lose to Lackawanna tomorrow, Faulkner, Maple Grove, Castiga Valley will be in the playoffs.
But again, we'll just have to wait and see as they'll stick with the wishbone, and it'll be another give to Bauer. And Bauer will cross the 45, and that's going to be the end of the game. Final score, Southwestern Trojans 36 and the Faulkner Cassadaga Maple Grove Golden Cougars 24. So, Southwestern Trojans will advance to the playoffs.
Class C or semifinals, but most likely will not be played here at Charles Last Field as we're used to.
Yes, and once again, though, if you're the Golden Cougars, again, nothing to be ashamed of. This was a game where the score nowhere near matched the outcome. It was definitely a very close game.
It was a great game. Anyways, so on behalf of the 300 level media, Western New York Athletics, Norm Rodriguez, this has been Jeremy Becker saying see ya from Charles A. Lawson Field. Everyone have a great night. We'll see you next Friday at Strider Field.